A legal win with a bonus Bob Dylan quote for a Democratic senator over the defense secretary. That's because the judge is now blocking the Pentagon's push to demote Senator Mark Kelly and dock his retirement pay. He's a retired naval officer because of what Kelly said in a video to members of the military. This is the video from a while back. The White House calls seditious, as in traitorous, as in punishable, when several lawmakers put out this reminder to troops.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
Now, the judge says the Trump administration trampled on Kelly's First Amendment rights, quoting Dylan to write, "You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows." A different tune from Secretary Pete Hegseth promising to appeal. You see it there. And it's all on the heels of a pretty extraordinary development that NBC News scooped when a grand jury rejected indicting Kelly and the 5 other Democrats in that video, according to 3 sources familiar with the matter. Let me bring in our Ryan Riley, who's been the tip of the spear on that reporting. And Ryan, let's start this showdown between Hegseth and Kelly here. The judge was pretty definitive in giving Kelly what is clearly a legal win for him, although, as Pete Hegseth points out, it's not over yet.
Yeah, definitely this is going to be appealed. But what the judge said initially is that sort of this, he hopes this is a shot across the bow, a warning sign that this is not the way that the administration should continue. Because in his view, and I think the view of most legal scholars on this, it's pretty well protected First Amendment speech. And, you know, the First Amendment is all about the government, right? The government isn't supposed to trample on your free speech rights. And in this case, it appears to be doing exactly that because of this video that appears to be plainly protected free speech on social media. That's what they're retaliating against.
We showed that one of the judge's comments that the judge says, hopefully this will be a course correction.
Yes,
the Department
of
Defense here.
Precisely, yeah. Yeah, and you've also seen then, of course, Mark Kelly respond to it. You have a clip here.
I wouldn't put anything past them. Of course. You know, this president has a habit of doubling down on ideas, on bad precedent, on breaking the law, on violating the constitutional rights of Americans.
And then he responded as well directly to a Hegseth post just by repeating exactly, doing a screenshot of what exactly the judge said there.
There's also what you've been reporting on. It ties into this failed indictment that you've been reporting on, according to sources, against Kelly and those 5 others. And it's particularly interesting because you know that saying, prosecutors could indict a ham sandwich with a grand jury. This grand jury didn't want to touch this, it seems.
Not here, yeah. And what was also remarkable is not only did the grand jury did the majority of the grand jury not say there was probable cause, 0 of the grand jurors said that they had reached that low threshold of probable cause.
So they couldn't even get, what you're saying is that prosecutors under the Department of Justice, under the Trump administration, couldn't get one person to say, no, you should pursue this case.
Correct. So like if you're on a regular jury, you need unanimous 12 votes. Or if with a grand jury, you're talking about between 16 and 23 people on that grand jury panel, and all you need is 12 people to say, yeah, there's probable cause here, you can go for it. It's like a ham sandwich quote is because it's kind of easy. Like as long as there's evidence of a crime being committed, you're pretty much good to go. You present the evidence. Here we are. You're not supposed to bring forward a case if you don't think you can succeed ultimately at a jury. So the idea that it's sort of a test run, like the lowest level, it's like, you know, test run here. And that's just, this grand jury decided 0 of them said that there was probable cause here. So it's really remarkable.
And as you're digging in on this, I know you have some new reporting too on one of the people behind this push for the, before this now failed indictment, somebody close to Judge Jeanine?
That's right. So one of them was a 34-year prosecutor. He worked under Judge Jeanine when she was a local prosecutor up in New York. The other person, though, is someone who's been a Hill staffer for years, a Republican Hill staffer. He was on the Benghazi committee. He just worked for like every oversight Republican going back 10 years. Jim Jordan he worked for. And so it's kind of a pretty clearly partisan figure who was put into this spot. And that's just not normally how this case would move forward. You would normally have a career federal prosecutor on this sort of case. But if any career federal prosecutor were to look at this, the First Amendment considerations are just like really big red flags here. If you would normal process at DOJ, they would say you can't really bring this forward because there's clear First Amendment protected free speech here.
It's staring you right in the face would be there for you, potentially. Ryan Riley, thank you very much. Good to see you.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.